Texas metropolitan area. I love to give a big shout out to my lovely co-host in her absence, the kingdom chicker herself, Miss Nancy C out of Miami, Florida. Once again, we want to thank everybody for continuing supporting with us, rocking us as every time we go live stream on Tuesdays as well on Saturdays. And I'm very excited and very honored, very privileged to have a very special guest with me on tonight's episode. The title of this episode is called Healing, Hustle, and Hollywood, of course. And I have a very special guest. She just had a recent premiere here in the DFW. The name of the movie that made it premiere is called The Last Drive. This is a brand new movie. It had a big red carpet event this past Sunday at the Texas Theater in Oak Cliff, Texas. I had the privilege to come across this woman's social media platform. I love what she represents, what she's doing. I love seeing people turn their dreams into reality, and she's one of those people that's turned their dreams into reality. So I want to welcome Vani to the Walking This Way Impact Boys podcast. Congratulations on your premiere of the movie The Last Drive. I know it was a packed out event come to support you to see the vision come into fruition. So thank you for taking time out of your projected schedule to join me on the night. We talk about the film, everything about the movie, what we expect next, the outcome, all the great stuff. So go ahead and do yourself here to the Walking This Way Impact Boys audience.
Well, thank you for the introduction. And I'm so very pleased and blessed to be on your show. So I'm definitely looking forward to telling everybody what The Last Drive is all about.
And awesome stuff. And matter of fact, how your day been? We know that it is Tuesday. We know this is a brand new week. I know you're very excited and pumped. You had a jam-packed weekend, so let's talk about that. How was the weekend? How was Sunday? I seen the pictures on social media. Everybody was dressed to the nines. Everybody stepped out in their best. So let's talk about how was the premiere. What was going through your mind? What was going through your mind the whole entire day before the premiere of The Last Drive?
Well, honestly, I was trying not to think about it too much because, I was getting a little nervous. I couldn't eat very much that day. I had planned this for 9 months, literally. So, I just put my trust in God for it to go good. And I, you know, I was so excited. I mean, it didn't feel real. It didn't feel real at first. It really didn't. And then when I saw the last drive on the marquee, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. And that's when it
But
hit.
But you know what, Vanya, I love to see people who turn their dream into reality. And I know you want to know the interview who turned your dream into reality. It was just not just a dream, but you turned it into reality. It came into fruition. It came to pass. We see a lot of people who had these major dreams, but they allow circumstances, setbacks to keep them from pursuing that dream and turning it into reality. What advice would you give to someone who has a dream in their spirit, but feel like they're stuck, it won't come to pass? What advice would you give them?
I believe, you can make dreams your reality. Um, you know, Only you can do it. Yes, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be setbacks. Everything's not going to go your way, but you got to keep pushing forward no matter what, because nothing good comes easy. So, I just believe in facing my fears. That's kind of been my motto. I've always kind of had a fear of even speaking around a crowd. I always admired people who get up and just speak. And I'm like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. So that's kind of been something I tell myself is, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, most definitely. Because like the scripture said, with Christ, we all things to Christ who strengthens us, right? And we know that with God, all things are possible. And we know that God did not give the spirit of fear, but power, of love, and a sound mind. We hear a lot of people say affirmations. So are you big on affirmations? I know the scripture tells us, death and life is the power of the tongue. We should eat the fruit thereof. And the scripture also lets us know, as a man, thinketh, so is he. So are you big into affirmations, speaking life for yourself, speaking life for your projects?
Yes, 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 I believe. And then when you surround yourself with people that believe in your dreams and they're listening to you, and they're probably kind of sometimes thinking themselves, like, as well, like, okay, is she for real? And my friends know me now. They know when I speak it, I come into fruition with it.
And but but it's also great because, like I said, we speak those things, be those they were, right? And when we
Yes.
speak those things, be those where we speak those things and they come to pass, we believe it in our heart. That's like with prayer. What Jesus said, long we pray, but don't doubt in our heart. If you already doubt it, it's not gonna come to fruition. But believe what you pray for and stand on that, because we know that words are powerful, words have meaning. We're gonna dive into some questions. We're gonna talk about the film and the vision. So my first question is, what inspired the story behind the last drive?
Well, it was a journey I went through in real life. I lost the father of my children. He was actually, my ex-husband. We lost him 3 years ago, and of course, it was very tragic. It was unexpected, and so I wanted to portray my journey in the grief and how you can sometimes turn your pain into power. And that's why I made the last drive, is to show grief and make people more, I guess, more caring towards you, or because you feel very alone sometimes when
Right.
you're going through something like that. And I made the movie because I wanted people to realize, see it, feel it, and maybe be more caring or empathetic, maybe towards someone that's going through a loss. Hmm.
Yeah, and we know that people have a way of dealing with things. What do you say with people that would tell people, "Oh, just get over it"? You just can't tell them, "Oh, just get over it." What would you what kind of reaction will you get from that when you hear someone tell you, "Oh, just get over it"?
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody grieves in different ways, but it's a process that everybody is a process no matter what, no matter how you grieve. It's a process you're going to go through. There's stages of grief. Um, and some people stay in certain stages for longer. So yeah, it's a stage you have to go through, and some people just never get over it. They literally, it destroys them. And I believe that you can sometimes turn beautiful things into something that maybe is not the greatest thing, that happens to you. But I think, turning it into something beautiful like I did, yeah, you can literally just turn it around.
Yeah, most definitely, because we can turn it around. We hear stuff like that because always, even though it may be as a dark time, but we know, no, this too shall pass. We know joy does come in the morning, right?
Amen.
So it does come in the morning, and that really ties into the next question. What message do you hope viewers take away from this film?
Well, I want them to feel what I felt. I want to experience it. I want them to get the feeling of grief while they're watching it. So maybe, like I said, they'll be more empathetic towards someone that's going through the same situation.
Yeah, I like that. That sums it right there. So we're gonna get off to the creative process because the first one already summed up. Then that one, so I want to sound like repeat
Mhm.
myself. So we're gonna talk about the creative process. What was the biggest challenge during production?
I think pretty much getting into the emotion of the character,
Hmm.
um, which it was a little easier for me because I actually lived it already, but I had to dig back, get back those feelings. I kind of had them tucked away, and I had to pull them out again. So that was hard to get back to get into that state again, because I literally had to get back to where I felt like I already, I already been through that stage. I had to go back to it.
Yeah, because that really tied into the next question is how do you prepare emotionally and mentally for your role? Because I know it takes a lot to prepare for that, mostly emotionally and mentally. So, what steps did you take to prepare for that role?
Well, it wasn't hard to prepare too much for it because it was natural for me. I just had to be open and be vulnerable to the feelings that I had experienced. So it probably would have taken somebody that had not been through that a lot harder to prepare for that role.
Yeah, and I can imagine 'cause I know preparing for a role that could be a tough task. You know, going before the
Hmm.
camera, remember your lines, killing the part. I won't say the word killing. Can't say kill because people just flag you, but
Yeah.
just really taking that part to the next level and making that part realistic for the audience, for the viewers who's watching it. And my next question is, what was the most powerful moment behind the scenes? What was your most powerful moment behind the scenes?
I think when the scenes that I did where I was reminiscing of the relationship, going through like the pictures, looking at the memories that me that I shared, reliving those moments. That just literally just killed me. It's like I could stop crying. I mean, I cried. The tears were real. Um, but at the end, it felt very healing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can imagine that, and that's they really ties into the next one. You know, with the connection. I know anytime someone take on the role of a character, they got to be connected. I know
Hmm.
psychology is
Yeah.
involved in acting because you want the audience sucked in into that movie, like they're part of something. So, how did the characters, how did the people connect with the characters, in the movie?
I truly believe everybody that was there in the audience connected in some way or another. I had people come up to me and tell me that they had lost a child or they had lost a loved one. So it was a lot of people very connected to it. And the people that had not experienced it, I think it really kind of opened their eyes to it. And it gave them, I think it's a feeling. It was like, you know, life is unexpected. We don't know. We got to can't take every day for granted.
Right.
So I think it just gave a sense like, wow, we really need to hold the loved ones, that we love really close to us, and just not take life for granted.
I agree. I agree 1,000%. I would
Mhm.
say, why don't put off tomorrow what you could do today? Because we know tomorrow is not promised. Let alone 5 minutes.
Exactly.
We could be here right now. The next 5 minutes we're gone, and treat every moment like it's our last. And I know a lot of times we do take stuff for granted. We allow this materialistic things to like be separated. But once
Hmm.
all said and done, you can't take the money with you. You can't take the house with you. You can't take none of that stuff with you when you leave here. But
Hmm.
also having that forgiveness, walking in love, and
Yes.
forgiving those who wronged us, and also forgive those who wrong as well. Also, but
Hmm.
having that clear conscience is very important because I know even though Jesus did say that our Father won't forgive our trespasses, we won't forgive other people's trespasses, He won't forgive our trespasses. And walking in that forgiveness, how bold is that to walk in true forgiveness in order to receive the blessings that God has for us?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I believe that a lot of, and I was honestly very thankful that when my kid's father passed away, we were healed.
Hmm.
We were healed in our relationship. We were in a good place. So it really made me very thankful that we went through the healing process, after our divorce and everything. So yeah, I think forgiveness, yes, it's hard when people hurt you. But it's such a healing when you do forgive. And sometimes you never get the forgiveness. I mean, you may forgive a person in your heart, but the other person may not always forgive you. But as long as you know that you have forgiven them in your heart, that's what truly matters.
Yeah, most definitely. And we're finna get ready to get off of some when we talking about the premiere. It was this past Sunday, and we'll get into the audience impact. So how did it feel? How did it feel walking the red carpet at the premiere? So how did it feel walking the red carpet at the premiere?
It felt surreal. I honestly, I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream. I just had to sit back and just literally think to myself, like, this is real. Like, I did this. So it felt very, I felt very accomplished. Um, everybody was just so excited. I was excited, yeah, so it just felt very surreal. It was just an amazing feeling. I'm still feeling that, I still got that high from it.
But you know what, Miss V, is a beautiful thing. And once again, congratulations on your premiere.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your vision coming to pass and be able to share your story, with the world, with the audience, as you went through that journey, as well. And that's another thing I want to ask too. It premiered in Oak Cliff, Texas, and the question is I want to ask, why was it important to premiere the film at Texas Theater? Why was it important to premiere the film there?
Well, it's a very unique theater. It's a very historical venue. I love the history behind it. Also, it's in the heart of Oak Cliff, which is, a lot of Latino community there. And, the film did have lowriders in it. So I had that little Latino vibe in it. Um, and I just love the look of the old theater. It's just very nostalgic.
And big shout out to Latino community as well, because the Black and Brown community, we are together, of course.
Yeah.
So a big shout out to the Black and Brown community. I also want to talk about what has been the audience reaction so far? So what has the response from the audience you got?
It's overwhelming. I have been told that that's the best movie they have seen from a local producer. Um, I've been told that people were just in awe. Honestly, and I was in awe too. I mean, I watched the movie before it actually, went on the screen, and I was just I say it was just breathtaking. Like the videographer, he did the scenes so well put. Um, Everything was just perfect. It really was. It was an overwhelming response, and a lot of people that haven't seen it, um, when they see it, they're going to be. It's just going to be overwhelming. They're not going to believe that I actually did this because I couldn't believe it myself, but I did, and it was a very positive reaction. I got so much love. I'm still getting so much love. People that weren't able to make it, they're hitting me up, and I'm trying to find another venue to show it again. Maybe like think like a restaurant maybe or something that has a big screen
Okay.
because I really want to kind of take a little tour, take it around Dallas, because I'm planning on putting it in a film festival. And
Hmm.
so once I do, I'm not going to be able to show it until the film festival's over with.
Gotcha, gotcha. Before going any further, we'll take a quick commercial break, and after that commercial break, we're gonna jump right back into our conversation.
I know that I'm a sinner, though I'm saved by grace. And it's all about the cross, Christ died to take my place. And it's all about the blood and the sake, keep me safe. Am I real? Am I fake? Up in your presence, I'm the same. Yeah, your spirit fills me up, you're all that I have. Many people lost and died at me, how long will it last? True seeker ain't real, I see through him like a glass. Did you know about the things that he did in his past? It was for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquity. The chastisement that he took is the very thing that I'm used to me. The devil know that I'm a praise in my life to be with me. But God make provision, they won't ever tell you got to sleep. With muddy eyes, I was blind, Lord, but now I can see. You purified, you took my mind, Lord, and now I am free. With muddy eyes, I was blind, Lord, but now I can see. You purified, you took my mind, Lord, and now I am free. Reach out to me, your love takes me away. How can I stand here and not be moved? You're all around me, you make me new. Desperately seeking, Lord, I want to know you more, and only you can heal my scars. I hear you knocking at the door. I see you reaching out your hand, you give me wings so I can soar, and only you can clean me up. So now I cling to the core. I cling to the Lord while I cling to my soul. When the feet are so high, I gotta have faith, so give me more. You want my time, I give you more. You want my life, Lord, ashore. So fill me with your presence, with your spirit, I adore. No matter what I go through, no matter where I've been, I know you're by my side, the beginning and the end. You're my overseer, and you've seen me through my sins. So I'm glad to lift you up, and Lord, I praise you with my pen. Salvation is my banner, I'ma hold myself on standard. You always pull me out, and Lord, you never let me abandon. I hope the road was high and see this change has begun. Just keep your eyes on God and see this change just come. Reach out to me, your love takes me away. How can I stand here and not be moved? You're all around me, you make me new. Your love, reach out to me. Your love takes me away. How can I stand here and not be moved? You're all around me, you make me new.
What's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast. Big shout out to one of my good friends, Truth Seek, out of my hometown, Mobile, Alabama. That's really one of his original songs. So big shout out to him. We're back here on the Healing Hustle in Hollywood with Miss V, of course. I want to thank you for taking time on your brother schedule to come on. You had a premiere of The Last Drive this past Sunday. I know you're constantly, I don't want to say the word busy, but being productive with the film. I know it's more work with marketing and promoting and getting it on out there and getting it to everyone as well. So just talk about this journey. How has this journey been so far? Seeing your project come to fruition now, and what major changes had happened for you since Sunday?
I'm sorry, say that question again.
And I said, what major changes have happened for you since Sunday, since the premiere and with the movie out and the word getting out? So what changes has taken place in your life?
Um, well, I'm getting people like people I didn't even know that are kind of in the industry
Mm-hmm.
that are pretty up there hitting me up. Um, so it's kind of it's exciting because I'm thinking like, okay, like I really want to see something come out of this movie. I don't know what, but I think it's getting the word's getting out there. I definitely can see and I feel it, and it's yeah.
Man, awesome. And that one next question is too. What did production slash acting in this film teach you about yourself? So what between producing and everything else, what did you learn about yourself while putting this project together?
Well, I learned that you literally can do anything that you put your mind to it. If you really, want it, dedicate yourself to it. Um, yeah, you can do anything, and it just really proved to me that I can, and I did
You did.
it. hmm
And you really did. And that's my next question too. How does this project align with your purpose. So how did this project align with your purpose?
Well, I believe that I want to have my purpose is to, I guess, inspire others.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
purpose is I live my life to inspire.
Mm.
So, it's great when a woman comes up to you and be like, "Wow, you inspired me to model," because I've been modeling for several years, and I was always told I was too old. I was this. I was this. I couldn't. And I still went forward. I had a lot of negativity, when I started modeling, but I just pushed forward, and I just feel like anything you do in life, people are always going to have something to say. So you know
Oh
what?
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So just don't let it stop you from achieving your dreams.
Most definitely. I mean, think about it. Jesus went through the same thing. You remember he told Peter that you
Exactly.
will deny him, and he did. And everybody that prayed Jesus turned against him. They said crucify him. So it
Hmm.
happened to him. It happened to us as well. So there's
Hmm.
nothing new under the sun. So my
Yeah.
next question is, if you, what advice would you give an aspiring filmmaker or actress?
Um. Well, if you really want it, you can do it. I believe that if you have a vision, make it come, bring it to life. If you have I think in life we all go through things. I think when you can make literally a movie out of something you've gone through in life. It's a beautiful creation.
Yeah, I believe it really is. And my next question is too: if you could describe the last drive in one word, what would it be and why?
Healing.
I like that.
Healing. I think healing is a journey, and the last drive is about that journey.
I like that healing because healing is important. The
Hmm.
scripture talks about healing, so we know healing is very important. So we're finna get into some final things. I'm not gonna hold you up. We're
Okay.
finna dive into some deep diva questions, right?
Mhm.
So first, the question is, what was the turning point? What was the turning point moment in the story?
I think probably towards the very end where the character she's finally kind of letting go and finally realizing that she needs to move on, that she's always going to have those memories and everything, but she's ready to move on and go forward with her life.
Man, awesome. We do know life does move forward, right? So we know time doesn't stop for anybody. So we know time moves
Mhm.
on. My next one and the final one is going to be, what sacrifice had to be made to bring this vision to life?
Well, time, money, energy. Um, I call it I call it Last Drive My Baby. It took nine
Hmm.
months to make. I gave birth on Sunday. So when you go, when you have a baby, you have a lot to sacrifice. So it was just
Right.
like having a baby. Hmm.
Man. And also, once again, congratulations, Miss V, on
Thank
your
you.
success and many more success as well. So I now know, so are you working on more projects? Is there any more projects in the work?
Well, not right now. I'm going to focus on promoting the movie. um,
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to navigate promoting it and which is my best avenue of promoting it. So looking into film festivals. Um, I want to, like I said, give it a little tour of Dallas. So I'm looking into other venues where I can show the movie before I send it off to a film festival because I really want people to really see the movie and yeah, I want people to see what I saw on Sunday and what everybody else saw. And I really want to get the energy in it and just see what happens.
Man, awesome stuff. Once again, hey, sky's the limit. It's always
Mhm.
made you success, of course. So I'm proud of you, by the way. Because I see this thing came into fruition, and I'm proud of you and keep up the great work as
Thank
well.
you.
Because your story inspires other people to live out their dreams, fulfill their purpose, and fulfill their destiny, right? So that's what we're all about. And I'm thankful that you're one of those individuals who showcase and share your gift with the world. Because God did give us a gift. The scripture does say our
Yes.
gift should make room for us, right? So your gift has made room
Amen.
for you. And just keep it up. And make sure y'all
Amen.
follow Miss V on Instagram. I got across the stream, so y'all make sure y'all go ahead, follow her on Instagram as well, get all the latest updates on the movie and everything else. But before I let you go, do you have any final words, any words of wisdom, any sign of advice you can leave with the audience?
Basically, like I said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Don't let anybody stop you or anything stop you from achieving your dreams. If I can do it, you can do it. So yes, that's my last words.
Hey, so man, hey, it sums up right there. So we're about to get ready to close it out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here tomorrow evening on the other platform, the Just Saying Podcast. We will live stream every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on you at the Just Saying Podcast. With my lovely co-host Lo as well. So me and her will be back tomorrow on the Just Saying Podcast. Big shout out to my lovely co-host Miami, Florida, Nancy. She does jail ministry on Tuesdays, but most likely she'll be with me on this coming Saturday when we come back on my Sabbath edition. So we're about to get ready to close out, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we want everybody to have a great Tuesday. Enjoy your day, enjoy your evening, enjoy your night. Like I said, don't sleep on your dreams, don't sleep on your goals. Sky's the limit. Only one that stop us from fulfilling our purpose and our destiny is us. So we make preparation for everything else. That's all make preparation and live the life that God has given us to live. So of course I'm Furman Jackson Jr., the host of the Walking This Way Impact Force podcast. Ms. V, thank you again. I'm gonna let you go. Man, y'all have a great Tuesday, and I will see y'all Wednesday on the Just Saying podcast. Peace, everybody.
Thank you.